Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you a review your way on YouTube land. If you guys can tell, and I'm sure you can, I have a big smile on my face. And there's a big reason for that, because I finally got the chance to see two supreme creatures, monsters, duke it out on the big screen. But in this case, my little small screen right here in my own place here in the movie bunker. What am I referring to? Godzilla versus Kong. Yes, it's finally here. It's streaming on HBO Max and in theaters. Which I wish the theaters were open here, because you know what? That's the only way you can really appreciate this. But like always, guys, you know, going back to a little bit my old ways here with these reviews. Going to do a non-spoiler portion, and then I'm going to get into spoilers right after. But don't worry, I'll put that spoiler notification sign on the screen somewhere so I don't ruin it for you. So let's do the non-spoiler portion, okay? Because it's good. Okay. Godzilla vs. Kong. It was released March 31st, 2021. Directed by Adam Wingard. Remember that name, because he's going to be directing a little film called Thundercats, which I'm going to get to on the weekend edition of the Movie Throne podcast, so tune in for that. Okay? It has a runtime of about an hour and 50 minutes, I want to say. It's rated PG. It's classified as an action / sci-fi / thriller, and trust me, it's all of the above. Okay, stars Alexander Skarsgard, Millie Bobby Brown, Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, Shun Oguri, Eiza Gonzalez, Julian Dennison, Lance Reddick, Kyle Chandler, Demain Bichir. Hope I pronounced that wrong. Hope it didn't butcher. He plays the rich baddie in this one. And Kaylee Hoddle. So if I had to break it down for you guys, the movie is basically, I guess, the next chapter of the cinematic MonsterVerse, okay? We finally get the chance to see Godzilla take on Kong. For what reason, what this has been, you know, why is Godzilla attacking people? We don't quite know. But trust me, you find out halfway through the film, he's strategically going after cities or attacking cities. Like you seen in the trailer that he attacks the naval ship. There's a reason, and Kong on it. Well, he wants to kill Kong pretty much. But there's something else of why he's doing or acting the way he is, which you guys will find out. My God. So that's what we're basically getting in this thing. We learn a little bit more of the history between the two, Kong and Godzilla. They got historic ties to each other, guys. We get mentioned or revealed that Kong was from this place called Hollow Earth. So it's kind of like a Garden of Eden in the middle of nowhere, middle of Antarctica, in the bottom, in the cellar or something. And trust me, there's technology involved to the max. You got Apex, the new corporation that's experimenting. What exactly are they doing? We don't know. This rich guy is in charge, and there's a reason for it. The fight scenes are phenomenal. There's only 3, so that's a non-spoiler. There's one that you've seen in the trailer on the boat. There's one in the city, that's number 2, and then there's another one that takes place in the city right after that. But overall, it's a good film. It's better than the second one. I would almost say on par with the first one. If you've seen Skull Island, make sure you see it. It connects all those films together, so make sure you do watch that. But Millie Bobby Brown brought it. All the actors brought it. It's kind of funny how the 2 young women or girls in the film have connections to these creatures. Let's just say that. Apparently, the girl can communicate with Kong. I'll just leave it at that. You'll see how. And it's been kept a secret. But, oh my God, the plot, where it ends up near the end, the last 5 minutes, phenomenal. Like, I'm telling you, all the fight scenes last probably over 10 minutes, and shit gets totaled everywhere. You know, but it cool. The plot is written well from point A to point B. The only thing that threw me off a little bit was the music that they played at certain points. It's like, playing music during this time. But other than that, I think overall you guys will be pleasantly surprised, and I can't wait to spoil a few of my key favorite moments in the spoiler portion. So I highly recommend you check it out for yourself. If you can see this in the theater, do so. If not, home is a good close second in my book. better than the second one, on par with the first. A nice chapter in the Kong versus Godzilla saga, 100%. Will there be a sequel or another part? 100%. It ends off that way. I'll just say that, okay? So there you go, guys. That is my non-spoiler movie review on Godzilla vs. Kong. Hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Leave me your thoughts. Okay, put that spoiler up there. Wow. The fight scenes, I'm going to start off with the fight scenes. Holy shit. The first fight scene on the boat, last 10 minutes. Like, you got literally Godzilla striking like a madman, I was going to say. Cutting through boats, airplanes, going after Kong, trying to drown the guy, firing that blue laser, or whatever you want to call it. Holy crap. You got the little girl who sign language with Kong, which is kind of like, when the hell did he learn that shit? But apparently that's how they communicate. Everybody pretty much learns. They're using Kong to go to Hollow Earth. This rich guy who's in charge of this whole fiasco, whatever, he wants to get some sort of power, and he wants to use Kong to lead him there so he can manipulate it, get the power that he needs to power up some sort of weapon that he's working on. I'll reveal it later, don't worry. So that's the whole thing. They need Kong to go there, and it's kind of funny how they get him on the boat and they lead there, and then the girl kind of like tricks him to go down into this Hollow Earth, and it's basically a Garden Eden. Beautiful scenery. But anyways, fight scene the first time with Godzilla and Kong. Kong kind of wins it a little bit because they kind of fool him and turn off all the powers, and Godzilla just takes off. Godzilla strikes city after city. He's looking for something. There's a reason he feels threatened, right? And we find out it's this other thing. He doesn't want to get replaced. I'll tell you guys. Mecha Godzilla, okay? This rich guy wants to power this Mecha Godzilla so he can take the top spot and be the apex predator, take out Godzilla so they can get the Earth back. Again, crazy guy who thinks he knows everything but doesn't know shit. But Millie Bobby Brown is kind of listening to this podcast of this guy who's kind of like getting information of the whole Godzilla, and she's on Godzilla's side, of course, Millie Bobby Brown, right? She's like, no, there has to be a reason why he's attacking and doing what he's doing, which they find out that that's the reason why he wants to stop whatever this Joker's doing. Holy shit. And then for the second epic battle, after Kong comes through the hole into, I think it's Hong Kong, guys, they square off like there's no tomorrow. What you thought you seen in the trailers is nothing. There's a couple of scenes that kind of reminds you of Thor Ragnarok, like with Thor holding the hammer and kind of going down on Godzilla. But holy crap, Kong wins the first battle against Godzilla, and the second time, Godzilla lays the smackdown on his butt. He leaves Kong flat on his back. Basically, his heart's ready to stop or something. And then, of course, they figured a way to kind of like give him the power, that energy boost to kind of spark him, to kind of like wake up and help Godzilla. Because at the moment, what happens? That Mecha Godzilla comes up. He ends up doing like what everything does. You try and control something with mind control and all this thing. And what happens? It overpowers it and he takes control. So whatever remnants are left is one of the other creatures, which, sorry guys, I don't know the whole where it is. They mentioned it in the film, but I was just mesmerized with what the hell I was seeing on screen. So it comes up. It is literally, like, I want to say, bitch slapping Godzilla, like really taking him out like there's no tomorrow, like a rag doll. Like, honest to God, it was that bad. So Kong ends up getting up at the last second, and the girl with the sign language convinces him, help Godzilla, he's not the enemy, stop this thing. So Kong gets in, so it's like a double tag team action, pretty much wrestle fest in the cities. Buildings are blowing up all over the place. Holy shit, back and forth, punching, holding the arms. But like I'm telling you, when everything's all for some reason the thing starts to kind of like self-sabotage a little bit, because you got Millie Bobby Brown's crew trying to figure out how to override the system so they can kind of get control of this thing or kind of weaken it, which they kind of slightly do. So Godzilla, like I said, realizes it, gives him a couple slaps. Kong literally gets his little hammer thing charged by Godzilla with his power, and then Kong just goes literally on him, ripping off his arms and shit, ripping off his skull, claim it as a trophy. They give a little kind of like staring match at each other while everybody's there watching. oh shit, these two are going to go. And what the hell does Godzilla do? He looks at him and just kind of walks away and goes into the ocean and disappears. Kong's victorious. And at the end of the film, you see Kong in this hollow earth place saying, hey, I'm home kind of thing, and does his little, chest beat, whatever primal scream there. And that's how the film leaves or ends off. So it kind of gives you a suggestion that, is there going to be another one? I'm leaning towards yes. Final thoughts? It's a good movie. Like I said earlier, it's better than the second one. On par with the first. Still a lot of human interaction. So if you guys are crying about human, you're going to get a lot of that in this, okay? Fights should have been more, in my opinion, but they look great. So the 3 that did happen, they must have each last about 5 to maybe 10, maybe even 15 minutes each. But the last final battle was cool. It's kind of let down. I was expecting a little bit more, but I was still satisfied overall. But I still would highly recommend you guys check this out on HBO Max or go in the theater. Better to check in the theater. I had the chance to see this thing at home, so that's the only regrets I have. When it does come out on Blu-ray, King's going to pick it up, so I highly recommend you guys check it out. Check it out for yourselves. Come back in the comment section. Let the King know what you guys thought on this film, Godzilla vs. Kong. I loved it, so I don't know. You guys let me know. So there you go, guys. That is my movie review on Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. Let me know what you thought. Go check out our other content. Like I said earlier again, like, share, and subscribe. Check out the Movie Throne and all the cool reviews, recommendations. Don't forget our podcast on the weekend. Perhaps moving to Fridays. I'm tweaking the schedule out, guys. So figuring out what works, what not, what you guys like, what I don't like to do. And of course, check out the podcast Outlaws that's starting up this week, April Fool's Day. And then moving forward, new content coming your way. And if you thought I was over the top on that show before, you haven't seen anything yet, just imagine half the time. So videos are not 35 minutes long. They're about 15 minutes long at the most. But there's a lot to watch in that. So until then, be the hell good. Stay off the King's throne. Go watch Godzilla vs. Kong for yourself. And maybe, just maybe, you could be king for a day. Until then, be the hell good.